Okay, class, I'm going to teach you how to count money, and the way that I'm going to teach you today is called hairy money. Now, let me explain what that means. Well, you can recognize all sorts of coins, and you know the value of each coin, but let's just go through and make sure that we understand which coin is what. This is your penny. Here is your nickel, your dime, and your quarter. Now, a quarter is worth 25 cents. A dime, 10 cents, a nickel, 5 cents, and a penny is worth 1 cent. Well, the way that hairy money works is one piece of hair equals 5 cents. So what I have to do is I have to look at each individual coin and figure out how many pieces of hair I need to draw on the coin. Now you can draw a squiggly line for hair, or you can just draw a straight line. I prefer the straight lines because they're easier for me to count. And when I draw them on my coins, I make sure I space it out. So on the quarter, we know it's worth 25 cents. So in order for me to put the amount of hair on it, I'm going to count by fives because each hair equals 5 cents. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So how many hairs belong on a quarter? That's right, 5. Now let's go to the dime. And remember, we need to count by 5. A dime is worth 10 cents. So when we start counting to draw that money, the hairy money on, when we start drawing the hair, we have to count by 5. So 5, 10. So a dime only has 2 pieces of hair. And the nickel is worth 5 cents, so 5. A nickel only has 1 piece of hair. Now the penny is very special because the penny is a baby. It's not even worth 5 cents. It doesn't have any hair at all. So for pennies, we just put a baby bow. It has no hair at all. So we put a bow to tell us that we're not going to be counting by fives anymore. We have to start counting by ones because pennies are worth 1 cent. So let me show you an example. Let's say that these were your coins. You have quarter, quarter, nickel, dime, and 2 pennies. Now, we know that we have to put our hairs on our money, so let's do that. A quarter is worth 25 cents, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5. Here, 5, 10, because a dime is worth 10. Normally, what Miss Ayala should have done is I should have put them in order from greatest to least, but I forgot. I'll make sure to do that the next time we practice. So, dime has 2. Now, remember what we said about pennies. Pennies are babies, so we put little bows on the pennies. Now, for me to count and figure out how much money I have, what my total amount of cents is, I'm going to go back to the beginning and I'm going to count each hair by fives because each equals 5. So let's do that together. We've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. Now, I slow down. I know that it's 65 cents so far to that point, but I have to slow down because the pennies are like babies, like they're in a playpen, so I have to slow down. And from 65 cents, I'm going to start counting by 1. So 65, 66, 67. I have a total of 67 cents here. Okay, let's practice that again. Let me draw some more coins. And remember, Miss Ayala said that if you have coins that are all out of order, we need to fix them and put them in order from greatest to least because it makes it easier for us to count our money. So that is definitely not in order from greatest to least, so we're going to fix that. So I'm going to start with the quarter. Then I have 2 dimes, so dime, dime. Then I have 1 nickel and 3 pennies. Now what Miss Ayala is going to do is I'm going to go ahead and draw my little squiggly line between my big coins and my pennies so I know that I need to slow down. Because remember, the pennies are in the playpen because those are the babies. So I'm going to already put on their little bows. I know they're only worth 1 cent. So let's go back and let's start putting on our hairs. For the quarter, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. The dime, 5, 10, 5, 10, 5. Okay, let's start counting. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. I stop there. I'm going to write it so I don't lose my place. 50, 51, 52, 53. I have a total of 53 cents. And that is how you count using hairy money.